Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We are here with another episode of the Salt Mines, where we watch people's frail mentalities fall apart and their ego self-destruct as they play StarCraft, one of the most competitive real-time strategy games in the world. Down here in the bottom right side, we've got Das, the red Protoss player, up against the blue Zerg, Toxicity. And this is going to be cool. We're on Babylon. This is the map where you've got the breeding pairs of Urubus outside the natural. If you kill either of these, it does bring a curse upon your family name, and you will, of course, lose the game. So far, every time I've seen a pro gamer kill it in a pro tournament, they have ended up going down. You know what? I've got kind of a funny camera position. Let's go back to the normal camera position over here, shall we? Ha-ha! And it looks like a gate gas. This is a pretty solid opening for Dash, and also very early probe coming to block. This seems like a high-level game. Just the tightness of the builds, like that was coming down. I guess that was going for a 17 hatch, but immediately queues up more drones. Yeah, this seems like a pretty competitive game. I mean, I say pretty high level. I cast a lot of games, obviously, in the Salt Mines and all sorts of shows where we're casting like bronze and silver and gold players. And this one looks like it's at least Platinum League. Could be incorrect, though. We'll see as it goes on. Now, we did learn a few lessons last week. During the early game, we always like to talk about some of the lessons we've learned during this show. Let's take a look. I got my little list here. Oh, that was it. So remember, if you guys ever decide to play a very big gamble build, like, I don't know, 1 base, 2 port BC, if your opponent counters that build, they have to be map hacking. Because remember, guys, much like when you're in the casino and the roulette table doesn't choose your numbers or your color, it's because the dealer is a piece of crap and they're trying to scam you. It's definitely not because that's how gambling works. But of course, rationality and calm analysis aren't exactly the friend of the StarCraft player, especially one who does 1 base, 2 port BC. It's absolutely wild build, but always love to see players claiming their opponent's hacking if they happen to be ready for anything. You know, it's for me, it's the lack of self-awareness, which is my favorite aspect of this show. It's always people kind of like basically insulting their opponents about the things that they themselves are doing. It's them not understanding, you know, oh wait, I took a big gamble. It's like, it's all just about looking for the easiest way to get wins, but then complaining when that easiest way doesn't always deliver victory, even though that's literally why it's the easiest way. It's a gamble, you know? Lings are finally going to deal with that probe. That probe was really annoying. I was actually blocking that for a while. Second gate is up to complete the wall off. Das hasn't picked tech. There we go. Twilight Council goes down. This is a pretty solid opening. The Twilight's a little later than normal, but oh, a Forge as well. Okay, Das is doing something really weird. And Tokon's just going up to pretty quick 3 hatcheries, going for Zergling speed. Hasn't pulled off gas. And just going to put a bit of creep down here as well. Is missing a bit of Overlord vision on the north. Das has already been annoying with the pylon. Is now going to be annoying with an Adept coming in as well. Oh my god, already getting a drone kill. This is a really good start for Das. And as I said, this feels like, yeah, I'm definitely raising this to above Platinum. The reactions from both players, the movements, like, this feels like minimum Diamond 2. But we'll see how it goes as this evolves. The APM's pretty low, which is what makes it feel like Platinum, but the gameplay, like, that was really tight by Das. Definitely feels much closer to Masters even. The Adepts get some really good damage, force a bunch of Zerglings out, more Zerglings equals less drones, and these drones are also long distance mining rather than going down to the natural. There we go, does fix that up, does Tokon, but nonetheless rather problematic. +1 attack, charge, and extra gateways are on the way. Ooh-wee. Are we going to see it? Wait. Das wasn't building probe strings. Why is Das probe count so low? Das wasn't building probes this whole time. Or what the hell? Das, I was like, this Adept micro is really good. Little did I realize, guys, Das did some economic damage. Das, after forcing this many Lings and a Spine against the 3 base, like, should be up like 8 workers minimum. But instead it's actually down. So Das, that Adept has 7 kills and is going to lose these Adepts now. But man, that was... Whoa! Oh, Tokon's coming in with the R word. He's gonna call him a wow, that's going for the classics. Something I have noticed recently is a lack of creativity. This is something I have criticized the StarCraft community for as being a mostly older base of gamers. There's a lot of like antiquated swear words. You know, it's almost like you're digging up some old fortifications in an ancient Roman city, right? And you're kind of going, oh, there's some inscribings on the wall, and it's, you know, he's like, Lepetus has a tiny dick or something, you know, and it's like scratched into the wall by some legionary 3,000 years earlier. It's kind of that. It's you're finding insults from the past. Obviously, racism, homophobia are the classics. But the R word is one of my favorites. You know, that's a real classic one going in, saying, you know, how dare you attack me, you R word. The funny thing is, Das macroed so badly behind the early pressure that should have been way behind. But Tokon got angry at that and is now not ready for these zealots. Even though there was an overlord going into the base, it's a bit too late. Uh-oh, and it's only building Zerglings now. Okay, Roaches are building as well. The drones are going to try to fight. Not a good idea. Needs to run. Run, and your fight will be true. I don't know why I've got 1980s Japanese McDonald's ads stuck in my head, but I do. Look it up if you guys haven't seen Japanese Ronald McDonald, one of the creepiest things you've ever seen. It actually looks like a creepy clown, which I guess Ronald McDonald's kind of creepy, but he's definitely not as bad as the Japanese one. The Japanese one looks like he eats children. Like, whoa, that thing's creepy. Anyways, Queens, Roach Speed, Roaches, Lings, all on the way right now. Tokon's in a great position. If Tokon just drones up a little bit more, drops a 4th hatchery, is so far ahead in terms of like, okay, you got Roach Speed, you got lots of Lings. The +1 being finished and +2 on the way is big for Das, but all Das has is a bunch of Zealots. And there's a Bane Nest and a Roach Horn. So if Tokon just gets up like 15 Roaches, makes a few Banes to deal with the Zealots, there's nothing to handle it. Trying to get to Templar Archives and Archons is Das, but Das is not there just yet. This is going to be kind of nasty. And yeah, I mean, I think Tokon, wait, is building spines? Why are we building 3 spines when you're only on 44 drones? Oh, Tokon, are you the R word? No. What can I say, guys? You know, like, if you spend, you're like the average of the people you spend all your time around. I think I'm casting so much salt mines that, like, now whenever I'm losing, I'm actually typing in chat. I'm like, you're gay. Oh, not a good attack. Not into battery overcharge with just Lings and Roaches. Didn't make Banelings to deal with the Zealots. Runs in and throws all the units. I don't think he killed a single Zealot. Okay, he gets a Zealot there. Oh my god, he's gonna get a second Zealot. Oh, he gets 2 Zealot kills for his entire army. That was such a bad attack. Guys, just remember, this is what you should do. You should always invest all your money in static defense, upgrades, and queens right before going for an attack. Seems like a good idea, because you only want to invest half of your money into army so that it's as weak as possible before you take the fight. Yeah, seems like a good idea. Tokon's still got Roach Speed, like, it is droning right now. As the counterattack's arriving, nothing Tokon does makes sense. Tokon, 100% is going to be talking about how bad Protoss is, or, you know, they just win because their units are better or something like that. It's coming, I can see. It's going to be some anti-Protoss hatred almost certainly in this game. But yeah, Tokon just made their life as hard as possible for themselves. Was in such a good position, even though they didn't handle the early adepts that well. And now is just not really... Okay, we're building Roaches and Lings. Definitely only want Roaches because there's Archons out and Zealots coming in. You really don't want Zerglings. They suck against both of these. You just want Roaches. The drones could have surrounded those Stalkers as well. And if you can just get enough ball of Roaches together, the Zealots aren't that effective. But right now is building 3 Overlords. Supply blocked! You're kidding me. How many Overlords died? 6 Overlords died to this push. Oh, and Archon goes down. Tokon is trying to, like, run around and focus fire. It's kind of classic, right? I'm going to focus fire every unit, micro every unit, rather than just inject and get a big ball of units together and hold. But, man, Tokon just running in with that attack before was such a bad fight. And now Das is like, 4th base, extra gases. I have 8 gateways, making Zealot Archon. 2+2 as well. Tokon says 2 base trash. What are you talking about? He's been even on economy with you, like, all game. He's actually way ahead now. 2 base trash? What? Remember, guys, it's Delusional. He's like, it must have been a fake third. It's the only way he could have defended my attack. And I'm like, you realize you attacked with Zerglings mostly into Zealot, Archon, battery overcharge, right? You literally chucked a Zerg. We've been talking about this for years. It's where you find the most well-defended position from your opponent, and you just chuck your army into that disgusting position and lose it all. You've literally seen my 3rd base, says Das. Tokon says, it's not doing shit, you Let me guess, you're some 30,000 games. Fucking loser. Let's go check. You know, because remember, guys, the classic is you're just all in me. You didn't even expand and keep up an economy. That 3rd base isn't even doing shit. Let's just very quickly show you guys some snapshots of the economy. Look at the workout. Let's look at 6 minutes. Protoss is up 3 workers. Okay, let's look at like 7 minutes. You know, let's look up. Protoss is up 5 workers. Wait a second, was Protoss ahead on workers the entire game? Because they built a better economy and took better fights than you? Oh, color me surprised. Alright guys, we got a few screenshots. Tokon says, 11,000 games, Diamond 2. Laugh my ass off. You literally R-worded. How have you peaked at Diamond 2 after 11 fucking thousand games? And of course the Zerg player Das responds, lol. I mean, literally, R-worded. The average person is masters after 10k games. What the F is your problem, says Tokon. Okay, so this is classic. I like that Tokon said, let's see, you know, I bet you're a 30,000 game loser. Has come out of game, said 11,000 games, same thing in my mind. You've played a lot at the game, and you're only a bit better than me, when you should be way better than me with that many games. Like, how bad can you be? The average person is masters after 10,000 games. Of course, this is based on the famous study conducted by Tokon et al., and published in the Journal of the General Chat. For those who haven't read that, do your own research, go look up your sources, join the General Chat in StarCraft. Once you get below the QAnon stuff and somewhere in between the vaccination discussion and praising our God Emperor Trump, you will be able to find the information that you need in there. So go investigate it yourself, guys. Do your own research. Don't be lazy. You lost to me though, says Tokon. Oh, the classic response. Yeah, but I only have 2,000 games. So? What? Why are you so hung up on me having more games than you? Well, because you're actually literally retarded, says Tokon. It's like, okay, maybe. So, but who cares? You have a 1-to-5 ratio of time spent on this. You should have won. Okay, so yeah, Tokon's whole argument is you've played the game a lot more than me. You should have won, you stupid. So what? Like, I don't really care. Tokon's like, so what? Seriously? Seriously? Do you understand the concept of time invested? Jesus effing Christ. Now, I don't think Tokon understands that Das is playing the game to have fun. And that's the counter to your argument. Because if your only joy is beating your opponents and putting your ego on a pedestal, then obviously being better with less time invested, that is a huge win. But there's this crazy counter argument that people like Tokon can't usually understand, which is some people are literally using it as a hobby for fun. And they're not making an income off it, trying to be a pro gamer or win a world championship. And therefore, you know, how high level they get, how quickly, it's not really about the destination, you know, it's about the journey. Of course, Das just keeps laughing at it, but Tokon's like, I have 20% of your games and I've peaked higher than you. Yeah, looking at the highest by. The guy, yeah, Das is like, it's pretty sad, bro. Yeah, for you it is. Oh my god, there's more? Imagine reacting this way to a loss, says Das. Tokon says, bro. I don't need to imagine, bro. It's just the fact. Oh, are you also running a 3-viewer Twitch stream right now? Please tell me you are. Das is like, nah. 10,000 game plus losers usually are. 117 APM? Jesus effing Christ. Okay, so I don't know if they're saying that's low or high. Please let me know in the comments. Do you think Tokon thinks 117 APM, like, how are you still so slow after all this time? Or is it like, oh, what a tryhard? Because I think it was quite a bit faster. I think his APM was a bit lower, like 80 or 90. Das says it took me less than 2,000 games to count to 3. Yeah? What do you even excel at? Das says, okay, so it says, it took me less than 2,000 games to count to 3. I don't want to brag, but I could actually do that before playing StarCraft. So he says, what do you excel at? I don't know, what are you good at in life? Please tell me. Dude, you're so hung up on time invested. This is the way you're spending it, talking to me right now, like, you know, being angry. So if we care about time invested, like, what are you achieving from this? Very good point. Nice dodge, but how about you please respond to the question? Oh no, the sad angry Zerg wants to know my life story. Oof. Are you good at anything? Huh? Answer the question. Yep, I'm definitely going to open up to you. First of all, you tell me, are you good at anything? Tokon says, not really. It's a very specific question. And Das is like, well, you're not good at StarCraft. Tokon says, neither of us are. Das is like, yeah, sure. That's true. But only one of us is mad about it. Which is kind of the checkmate. So, are you good at anything, says Tokon? And Das is just laughing at him at this point. Tokon says, yeah, and he says, will it make you less mad if I tell you no? No? 10,000 plus losers, you... Where are we at? Will it make you... Okay, will it make you less mad if I tell you no? Or yes? People who spend thousands of hours into games just to be mediocre usually choke at that question. Yes, that's definitely it. Anyway, I'm done. And Dar says, that's definitely why I'm, not taking an internet random seriously, mate. And then is blocked. The player is ignoring you. That's always it. It's, I'm going to rage at you and spew my vitriol, and then I'm going to block you afterwards. It really was the checkmate, though. The like, hey, wait a second. There was two big arguments. Number one, why, if you care so much about time invested, are you here raging at me? Number one. And number two, yeah, we're both bad, but like, you're the one that cares and I don't. So you can keep trying to like project your insecurities onto me, but I'm kind of lapping up the salt, mate. All right, guys, going into the next game, we've got Vidlek up here in the top right side playing Red Terran. Down in the bottom left, we've got the blue Zerg Chaos Master. And we can't even get through the intros lately, I swear, without something like this, can we? F-U Imba Race, says Chaos Master. So already complaining about Terran, and the game has just begun. Remember, guys, we've learned this many times, always share the strength of your mentality. Put up a good front in war and show that you're not afraid even when you are. Chaos Master in the end says, no, your pieces are unfair at the very start of the game. Widlek's like, oh, I'm actually a Zerg main. Then twice, F you traitor. Chaos Master bringing out the race traitor stuff. Now, for those who don't know, if someone ever calls you a race traitor, you know they're a really cool person you should spend a lot of time around and definitely not eliminate from your life. I played random and 3 games as Protoss as well, says Widlek. Yeah. So you're angry at that as well? I don't just play Zerg and then Trice Traitor, says Chaos Master. Chaos Master's building a hatchery in the wall. Doesn't have a spawning pool behind this or a hatchery, so this makes no sense. So this makes sense if you're trying to leave the wall open, so then Zerglings can get in. But Chaos Master forgot to actually have a follow-up, and he's literally just building drones. Now is building a spawning pool, but no expansion behind it. So, I mean, at least you're forcing a lot of SCVs off the line. But if you do that and you've got a hatchery building at home, then suddenly I think this makes a lot of sense. If you don't have that hatchery building, that's a problem. And if you don't cancel this, that's going to be big. Oh my god! Okay, cancels it at the very last second. Tries to rebuild, not going to get it. You got 500 minerals at home, bud. Isn't this hilarious, guys, when someone complains about the other race and it's like, but what's your strategy? I build hatcheries in their base. Okay, what's the goal there? What's that going to achieve? I build hatcheries in their base. Oh, what's the purpose? Damn, no. And you're just like, oh, you didn't even think about it. You just literally... This hatchery is like a minute and a half late, guys. It's so late. A 2-minute expansion. Stop it! It is alive, says Chaos Master. Okay, Chaos Master is kind of funny. And to be fair, you can see the little drone scorpion in there, going around in circles, having a bit of a swimmy swim. I don't want Zerglings in my main, says Widlek. Yeah, I am going to deal with it, mate. I'm not going to just let that go. The Drilly boy says, taste my drill. The Marines are going to shoot that drone off the edge of the map. And oof, chunks of drone go everywhere. At least it died with a nice view. And a second gas goes down. Still no queens building. Chaos Master floating over 400 minerals. 1 queen is building, sorry. You hurt me, idiot, says Chaos Master. I mean, the thing is, I think Chaos Master is one of these people who's halfway between self-awareness and like, they legitimately don't like Terran and think it's unfair and have no plan on how to properly beat them. But also, they kind of realize they're being silly on some level. So they've got these 2 competing sides of their personality. One which is like, F yourself. And the other one like, kind of pretends they're being a little bit silly so that they can't, you know, it's not as obvious when they look in the mirror that they're the crazy person. Funnily enough, they're going to take a 4th base rather than their 3rd, just like hidden. And they're still mining gas off 2 guys with no plan to use that gas whatsoever. And of course, only 1 work on one of these gases. We're going to go Ling Speed and Baneling Nest now. Oh my, this is high-level StarCraft, guys. Terran actually has a lot of APM, but the command center is really late. Feels like Widlek has actually been quite paranoid because of the opening. But it's going multiple factories, which is cute. So we're going to see a mech opening from Widlek up against the player playing Ling Bane. If you build enough Hellions, you don't get them all surrounded and hit by Banes. They will smash Zerglings with a decent amount of micro. Lairs on the way. Chaos Master is still only on 19 workers and is pulled off this gas now. Oh me, oh my. This is not a good build, guys. 19 workers. You can have your natural full of workers at 330, 320 even. And if you don't do that, you basically just don't have any money. Luckily, Widlek's not building SCVs either. This is a stalemate of 2 players who don't want to scout nor progress in the game. This is my favorite, because like Terran has no idea what Zerg's doing. Zerg, other than the hatchery, has no idea what the follow-up is, and they're both just kind of like, well, I'm not going to build economy or scout. Chaos Master will be the first to venture across the map, but Blue Flame's on the way, and Hellion's building 2 or 3 at a time. That is a pretty hard counter to Zerglings. A tank started, then cancelled, and now it's a Cyclone. This hatchery is going to be building a drone, and looks like some more drones building here, but for some reason we're taking gases, and Chaos Master doesn't know how to set rally points. Oh my lord. And Chaos Master is going to make 5 Banelings and go for the saddest Ling Bane bust of all time. So this is that point on the ladder where people's builds just never line up. They're like, I'm going to make 5 units and we're going to run them in. And you're like, but that, what? How do you think? The Marines move out, get hit by 1 Baneling. The Zerglings, if they moved past the Hellions, they could have surrounded it. But, oh, they're going to get the surround, actually. They will kill all this, but, oh, bad micro by Chaos Master. I feel like Chaos Master could have probably just A-moved and would have got better results. But, still, going to get us around on a lot of these units, take out a lot of SCVs. This is actually really successful damage. Unfortunately, Chaos Master now has what we call the Zerg Stiffy. And for those who don't know, a Zerg with a Stiffy is basically unable to contain themselves. He's just going to keep rallying Zergling and Baneling in, even though you've already got the damage. And getting any more damage up a ramp into Cyclone Widowmine is going to be near impossible. Widlek basically shutting him down right now. That Cyclone can take out pretty much unlimited Banelings. Nice little stutter step for Widlek. Baneling hits the depot, and of course, there's no... Chaos Master, it could just drone and really outswarm the opponent. But also, seeing mech from the opponent should be going into roach tech potentially as well. You need roach speed and lots of roaches. Trying to split Zerglings to set off Widowmines is super cute, but Chaos Master is just going to keep running Ling Bane in. Start some drones behind this. One more Widowmine does go down. This is a very high-level StarCraft game, guys. And remember, guys, if you're very high level at something, that's where you should be most angry. To be fair, it's actually, I think, very common for people who are low level at something, any competitive activity, to be the most angry about things that seem unfair, right? Because they don't really understand how to play in those situations, those difficult situations when powerful moves are used against them. Banelings are going to take out 2 depots, set the factory almost on fire, but not quite, and they do get taken out by the Widowmines. Behind this, Chaos Master is going to drop a Spire. Now, for those who don't know, Widowmines and Cyclones are both counters to Mutalisks. So going Mutalisks here makes absolutely no sense. But of course, Chaos Master's knowledge of the game, I think, may be a little lacking. This is the player who complained about the opponent's race at the start of the game and is still continuing to take gases without actually mining from the second gas in the main base with more than 1 worker. Oh my lord. Minerals! You need drones on minerals. Okay guys, if you're going to play a StarCraft game, rule 1, actually make workers to mine minerals. If you can get at least two worker lines full as early as possible, then go do your random dumb stuff. You will have a much higher success rate. You'll make it out of Silver League much faster. I guarantee you that. Oh, it's kind of painful to watch. Anyways, I really look forward to Chaos Master rationalizing why they lost this game and being like, well, it's because Terran's broken. And it's like, dude, you're on 4 bases versus 1. All you need to do is actually use those bases, aka drone them up, make fighting units, win the game. But if you're going to make Banelings and Mutalisks, the 2 things that are counted by Widowmines, like, all you need to do is just make roaches here. Just make tons of roaches. If you're going to make Roachling Bane, even better. Pureling Bane could even do it as well. But you need an economy to actually do that. Even though we're at double the worker count, it's like, these units could be crazy efficient. Widlek is going to slowly move down here with Cyclone Widowmine. 1 Widowmine goes down. Those Banelings just derping around. They take out another Widowmine. So 2 Widowmines there for a whole bunch of Banelings. Chaos Master is going to be building 20 more Zerglings, but has very little money right now. He's trying to go Evo Chambers. Oh my god, just no economy measure. We've got 4 workers on 1 gas and none on the gas right next to it. Oh my lord. Has finally put on that gas. This is pure case. It's going to build a Spine Crawler, which doesn't help protect the economy on the other bases at all. And I love that Widlek hasn't moved out at all and is like, I'm just making Widowmines and Cyclones and just waiting for the Zerg to make bad decisions. Oh my lord, this is hilarious. Widlek still hasn't lowered that depot, so the units have to go all the way around to get in and out of the base. The Widowmines are just spreading everywhere. Mutalisks in the main actually could do a decent bit of damage, but Chaos Master has shown they only know 1 move, which is F2, so select all army, move outside the opponent's base, make Banelings, and then run into bad fights. This is the objectively worst possible thing you ever want to do. I call this scouting with your army, and I can always tell when someone doesn't know how to use control groups or manage their army or have any tactical awareness. because it's very common for people to grab their whole army. They like move across the map and then they just like run in and like, what you got, buddy? And I'm like, you know, you could send one Zergling in or like scout with an overseer, and they're like, eh. Then I press select all army and accidentally pull it back. So instead, I'm just gonna run my army in randomly every now and then and hope it works out. And I'm like, you have 4 bases. Why are you still taking more gas? You have 1,300 gas in the bank. You haven't finished getting 16 workers on a single one of these bases. This base has had 15, closest to 16, and it's running out of mineral patches, and they need to move to the other bases. Oh my god, there is no way Chaos Master has any idea how much their economy they have at any point in this game. Hellion Cyclone is going to be able to kite this Lingbane for days. And Chaos Master's like, that's cool, 4 Banelings can take on this army. Alright, we're going to start complaining now. No, the mech units aren't fair. I mean, it's 100% coming. Widluck did not do much this game, other than build a handful of mech units and defend very slowly, and slowly expand out towards a 3rd base at the 10-minute mark. The Natural's still barely mining. But let's see if Chaos Master can figure out how to make Banelings, pull back here, and engage on creep. Let's see if Chaos Master... F you, you're not off-bracing, you gay liar. You gay liar. You can tell he's gay by the way he micros his Cyclones, guys. Very limp-wristed Hellion Cyclone micro, you know, super gay. Check my profiles as well. As always, guys, trying to explain things to these people is definitely a cause in frivolity. Those Zerglings run in. I said, can he make Banelings and fight on creep? No, he just A-moved. If he just rolled them in as Banelings, you know, I think it could have worked, but Chaos Master has not really shown an understanding of how to control units. Even losing this base is not the end of the world. Imber Cyclones, F you, you gay shit. I like gay shit. I don't know, there's something about gay shit. It's not quite like the super broken English insults you get sometimes, but like, your mother bitch is face whore. And you're like, what? Did he just say your mother bitch is face whore? You know, it's not quite that, but it's kind of in that realm of like, I don't know what you're trying to say, but it's funny. Hellbat Cyclone's gonna push into the natural, trying to build spine crawlers in front of a push, a classic maneuver. That's one of my favorites. The Hellbats are clicking on the hatchery for some reason. There we go. They do actually decide to take them out. Zerglings cancel the command center on the left side, and they are about to learn about not the field of dreams, but the field of memes. The winner. Oh, ow. Ow, 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 ow. And yep, they get 1 SCP. Hellbat Cyclone is gonna come in. F you, F you, F you. Imber Cyclones, F you, gay shit. Chaos Master, once again, guys, being really creative. I gotta say, this is my #1 complaint about rages on the StarCraft ladder, guys. Like I said, it's I don't know if they're trying to meme. Like, is it a joke with how outdated and just unoriginal their insults are? But Imber gay race. Your race is gay. Look at all those men. I don't see any ladies driving those. I'm like, Banshee at the very least is a lady, I'm pretty sure. Don't know about the other ones. There's definitely a female ghost as well. Anyways, doesn't necessarily mean we know who they're breeding with. I don't know why I always try to technically analyze, like, did they actually play a homo style? Did they actually play gay? I don't even know. And of course, we've got some more messages after the game. Chaos Master's complaining, 191 APM Terran versus Plat, F you, gay shit, burn in hell. That is amazing. So obviously 191 APM is really high for a Terran Platinum player. But if you look at what they did with that APM, they were on 1 base for like 7 minutes. It took them 10 minutes to get to 3 bases, and they didn't. They clearly were not that practiced with what they were doing. I don't think that was effective 191 APM. It shows you why APM is not the most important metric to look at. Of course, Widlex just like, bro, I play on ranked. You main Terran! And he's like, why are you so mad? He's like, you main Terran, you gay shit. No, I don't. Check my profile, mate. I don't main Terran. You use Imber units. Yes, you use Imber strategy. Even GM can't resist it. Oh, Chaos Master maybe watched Clem kill someone with Cyclone Hellion recently. Oh. You R-word, burn in hell, you gay shit, idiot. I mean, these are all, this is almost like a caricature of a StarCraft Rager now. You're gay, burn in hell, every now and then there's that biblical stuff, and then just idiot, which is like the most classic of them all. Chaos Master, hats off to you for keeping it classic, bringing that 1980s gamer rage to 2023. It's not Imber, you idiot. Oh, wait, there's more. It's not Imber, you idiot. It is you idiot. Oh, wow. They're both throwing idiots back and forwards. They're playing Catch the Idiot. I like it. And it says, yeah, learn to play, mate. Oh, yeah? Watch tournaments, you R-word. Ha ha. Go eat shit, you Terran. Ha ha. Wait, I don't know why they said watch tournaments. Widlex like, yeah, of course. He's like, yeah, of course you do. You do eat shit, don't you? Well, you know nobody uses combat mech in tournaments, says Widlek. Yeah, you're not even master even, so eat shit, R-word. You eat shit, go eat it. Eat it, R-word. Useless gay shit. Kurwa. They're Polish. Okay, I don't know if Chaos Master's Polish or they think, you know, Widlek or Widlek is Polish because of the name. But I like that they're starting to swear in other languages now as well. Oh my god, why are you so mad? Yeah, so kurwa, I believe is the Polish word for whore. So it's a classic. Nice. All right. Let's go into the next game. Effie down here in the bottom right side. EFE. Efi. In the top left, we've got Sharini. Protoss versus Protoss. Efi says, okay. Wait, did I miss? Maybe I missed a good luck, have fun at the start of the game. If it was in the countdown, maybe this is like good luck, have fun. And Efi's like, okay. You can always tell if someone's like really aggressive about saying good luck, have fun, that usually they're going to be a nice, bright, you know, spot of sunshine. I've seen a few people in the comments whenever I've mentioned that like usually the angry rages are the people who like refuse to say good luck, have fun. And there's always like a few people in the StarCraft community, and I see it in the comments as well, where they're like, I will never wish them good luck. They can have fun if they want. I'll say have fun, but I'm not going to wish them luck. They're my enemy. I'm like, are they though? Okay, so if he's going gas, cannon, gateway with the dirtiest, most vulnerable wall off I've ever seen. There's a probe hidden there, and it's just really already down 2 workers. Shirini's just going to scout and be like, oh, you're trying to cannon me? And he's going to immediately pull that probe back and come back, and he's starting to look for cannons with that probe, but I think the other probe should probably be doing that, yeah. 2 gateways are on the way. We'll see how well Shirini handles this. We'll need to be putting a pylon and a cyber core as quickly as possible. It's where a lot of players freeze up. Even when they see the cannon rush coming, they panic, but it's not actually a cannon rush, it's a double corner base. Efi is being a little bit of a freak. We're going to stick with Efi, since that's an actual human name. And, oh no, don't build a cannon in front of... Oh, guys, cannons are really vulnerable structures. They only have 300 hit points. You build it behind the wall. This is the way it works. Yet for some reason, low-level players always build their static defense exposed out front where it can just get bopped by anything. So dumb. Why would you even build a wall if you're going to put your defenses in front of it? Like, this is so stupid, man. It's like... This is literally, it's like whoever did this is the same person who is in charge of the army in the final season of Game of Thrones. They're like, all right, guys, we've set up these defenses. You got the castle. Everyone go out in front of the castle walls. And you're like, wait, what? Dothraki charge in first so that they can zombify all the cavalry. They don't have any cavalry. We'd like them to have some to make it a fair fight. You're like, why? What? None of this makes sense at all. But, you know, low-level StarCraft players. So I'm already thinking Effie might be the one that rages. These probes still have not done anything, and Shirini actually finds one, but it's not an A move, so might not have noticed that. Shirini's going double adept pressure by the looks of it, and a Twilight Council. No expansion for Effie just yet, who also has a nice Silver League cannon back here. For those who don't know, an Oracle could fly in, hold position here, deny all the mining on the base without actually getting hit by that cannon. And the pylon's still blocking your mining, so you'd be much better off putting the pylon there and the cannon in the middle of the mineral line. But hey, what can I say? I feel like a broken record, don't I? 3rd gateway coming on up. 24 probes for Shirini, 26 for Effie. So Effie's actually not too far behind right now. But there's no wall off, and Effie really needs to wall this base off to stop these adept shading in. Shirini hasn't clumped them up, needs to click between them to clump those. But no attempt to even block this shade at all. That's going to go right on into the main. And remember, that cannon's not covering the mineral line. They can just hold position there and kill all of these workers. There's no units for building for Effie at all. The adepts still haven't clumped up, guys. If you've got units like this, click in the middle so they break formation and clump up. Finally. Finally, they clump up. That's the magic box at work, guys. You got to click inside the magic box to clump those units. Google, you know, or search through my channel for magic books if you guys want more info on how that mechanic works. These adepts, yeah, they're gonna wreck it. The probes have to come fight this. Oh my god, this is so bad, dude. This is so bad. Just relying on cannons for everything. Oof. And still one adept alive. Wait, you bothered killing one and now you're just gonna try to go back to mining? Oh my lord. 11 probes have gone down already. Shirini is up at 29 probes versus 16. There's a Void Ray building. But look at that. That cannon finishes. All the gas mining's been denied. And this is basically game over to the most basic pressure in the entire game. Like, you know, we can criticize Shireen because Shireen's not probing right now. It is very supply blocked in a moment. The moment they make like one more probable Stalker. And there we go. Adept does get taken out by the Void Ray. He's going to go Robo behind this. Blink's on the way. A few Stalkers up. Shireen's pretty far. This probe is still here. Why do you send a probe to both corners of the map if you're not planning on using it? And you're not even going to scout your opponent. So it's not like they were reacting to anything they saw. Effie's game plan is as much like a child's finger painting. It's they just dip their hands in paint and just I hate to make fun of people, but it's always, I just want to set you guys up for all the mistakes these players are making usually before it happens. And I'm like 95% sure it's Effie just because of the way this game started. Now don't get me wrong, Shireen didn't probe up that hard. If they mess up really bad and like run into Cannon Void Ray and lose all their Stalkers, they could be the Rager in this game. I'm just saying I would gamble the other way. If I had to put money on it, I'd definitely gamble the other way. We've got Charge, Robo coming up, 37 probes versus 25. Effie is not probing here. He's just building more cannons, full walling with a cannon as well. The weakest wall off you could have. A pylon there makes it really hard to move around. You have to move all the way around this way. And an extra Stargate. Of course, Effie's just going to try and make Stargate units. Oh, still not mining off a second gas either, and only building one probe at a time. So does Effie use control groups? No, not a single control group. Shireen has a main army control group, a gateway group with the Twilight Councils on it, both Nexi on a key, a Robo on a key, and a Cybercore on a key. You go to Effie's, Effie doesn't even have the Nexus control group. So he's literally clicking a Nexus, building probes. Clicking a Nexus, building probes. And that is essentially trying to eat with chopsticks, but you're using your feet to hold the chopsticks. You're eating, you know, single grains of rice, peas, maybe something round. Yeah, it's a bloody nightmare. So Effie is playing with Bronze League mechanics here, and Shireen on the other hand is doing a lot more things that make sense. Like clearly knows how the upgrades work and stuff. Like it feels like a massive mismatch. I don't think Shireen did much special this game, but it does feel like this is maybe a placement match for Effie or something like that. I don't know. Because it feels like... I guess the Adepts did so much damage, and that's where most of the lead comes from, to be fair. Yeah, you got to keep that in mind. I mean, Shireen's been pretty slow to follow it up. And just like, how are these players matched with each other? I'm like, actually, you know, you kill 11 probes. If there weren't 11 probes dead, I'd be looking at this as a much closer game. Oh my god, the cannon's ringing the main. I love it. Cannons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cannons, couple batteries, void rays, +1 air weapons building. Stalkers, if you get a critical number, you can just one-shot the Stalkers, one-shot the cannons. So if you get to about 20 Stalkers, you've got plenty of room to spare, because it takes, I believe, 15 to one-shot a void ray. So that way you can just one-shot, even as you're losing your first 4 or 5 Stalkers. You're going to go plasma shields on 2 base. Oh, you really need a 3rd base before you start thinking about plasma shield upgrades. This is such a utility upgrade that's like, it's like getting the extra spoiler on the back of your sports car, guys, you know? You're like, yeah, it's going to stop it lifting off accidentally when it's going fast. You're like, yeah, technically that does keep it grounded a little bit, but also it's really not important unless you're going 500 friggin' Ks an hour, you know? Stalker's going to blink up into the main base. And that is a problem because there's only one cannon there. That one gets depowered. The probes are pulled away. And Effie is moments away from raging at the OP-ness of Stalkers. They're so overpowered, man. The OP-ness. That sounded like I was saying something else. OP stands for overpowered. So I was saying the overpoweredness. Definitely, that's how English works. Good language usage by me. 3rd base is up behind this. So yeah, Shireen can, you know, do a lot of different things in this game. Effie's just making cannons and batteries. And to be fair, you can get by with much lower APM than your opponents if you just make cannons, batteries, and Skytoss units. So Effie does know how to lean into their own lack of mechanical ability, which is just make cannons and batteries that take no micro, make a big bunch of air units that you can just A-move around and turn on their one ability and you'll be good. But oh, those Void Rays are way too far forward. You need to pull them back, dude. The Void Rays all get blasted out of the sky. Battery overcharge goes down, but that's it. Effie says noob. I love it when a person playing the easiest style in the game and massively botching it calls their opponent noob. Shireen says lol. Effie says learn to play. I feel like Shireen did a pretty good approximation of like kind of meta PvP, mate. 2 adept pressure, expand, go blink Stalkers, blink in the main, do a big attack. Pretty solid play all around. Effie, on the other hand, was like, I'm gonna make cannons and batteries and hope my opponent's stupid. Can't say I can get behind it, guys. Can't say I can get behind it. This is the thing is, even if you do this style well, as Effie, you're basically hoping your opponent doesn't know how to counter it. Not surprised there's only sucking cocks left for it. Wait, what? What? For it? Are they calling Shirini it? I'm sorry, is this Buffalo Bill's StarCraft account? It rubs the cocks in its mouth, or it gets the hose again. Or it gets the carriers again. You're like, what? Sure, it's thinking it played well, precious. Oh my god, it's going full Golem, actually. It's thinking it's played well, but it doesn't know. It just played the easy Blinkstalker units. Blinkstalkers, for those who don't know, are one of the highest skilled units in the game. Dude, you're bad. You're also delusional, says Shirini. And I can't say I disagree. It is correct. Now, of course, Effie, being a smart person, is going to... Says the Russia noob, learn to play. Now, the question is... And keep on sucking cocks while you're at it. Don't just learn to play. Do it while you have a bit of dangle or some jangle in and around your mouth. I like it. Effie's bringing back some good classics. 10-minute rush, rolling on the floor laughing. Maybe Effie's talking about the 2 adepts, though. You did a very standard 2 adept pressure for this matchup, and that's a rush. How dare you harass me before I'm ready? Oh my god, it's not a surprise. That is... Wait, it's not a surprise that is that tard. So he's basically saying it's not a surprise that Shirini, is that retarded. Watch the replay, cocksucker, says Effie. Shirini says, say hi to Pig and learn to play. Poor Pig noob, says Effie. I am a bit of a noob. I admit it, Effie. I'm sorry, Buffalo Bill / Golem. You guys let me know, by the way, in the comments. Is Effie more of a Buffalo Bill to you or more of a Golem? It's not a surprise there's only sucking cocks left for that Pig. Oh my god. Well done. Well done. I like it. I like it. This is the first time I've been directly insulted, I believe, in the Salt Mines. Shirini obviously foretelling that they were going to send this replay to me, and Effie's not too happy. Why so mad, says Shirini? More than 10 minutes to win by rushing. It's like, dude, he was on 4 base, you're on 2, idiot. Oh my god, our word for real. So laughing at it, thinking it played well. So laughing at it. Ha 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 ha. You guys see that at the end? They had like a few more lines of this. Look at this message log. Oh my god, our word for real. So laughing at it, thinking it played well. Ha 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 ha. Fucking crazy people. Crazy people on the ladder. Oh. And of course, guys, it's the day for screenshots. So we've got here the follow-up chat. Shirini's there saying, hey, look, you know, like I've fallen down for Diamond 3, currently in Platinum 2 MMR with Protoss. You can see as my profile. They were just, I guess, checking their profile and they got these messages. Effie says, mad? Ha, 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 ha. Wow. And it keeps going, it keeps going. And they go, ha, so tard noob. I admire it. I like Effie's fault. You know, there's something when someone is that much of a bizarre nutcase of a human and they share it with you, that's a gift. I want to say thank you to Effie for your entertainment today. I don't think anyone has ever actually been properly insulted by anything you've ever said. Please keep being salty. And there's nothing funnier than completely impotent saltiness, right? To be fair, a bit more creative than our other ones for today, though. The other ones, I think, they're getting a little bit samey in that people just, you're gay, you like dicks, you're gay, you like dicks, your race is easy, you're playing the overpowered units. Guys, come up with something new. I used to be a pro gamer. I'm still a professional gamer in terms of creating content and playing at a high level. And what do? I always wear my wizard robes when I'm playing on ladder. I have the widest sleeves filled with excuses. I always bring many, many excuses, and they're original and creative. So people know I'm just not recycling the same one. If you recycle the same thing, even you know you're lying. But if you keep it fresh, keep coming up with new, better excuses, you can even trick yourself and therefore not feel like you're losing even when you clearly logically are. So that's my advice to all of you out there. Come up with some fresh excuses, some fresh wine, and send in your replays of people being weirdos out there on the ladder. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out some of the other salt mines on the screen, and a big thank you to everyone who's been supporting our Patreon. Just a little shout out for this. There's a few new names up here. A special thanks, of course, to Jacob G and Maxan up there at the very top. If you guys want to support the Patreon, go above and beyond, as the AdSense is, of course, never all that much for these gaming videos. It's not bad, but you can hop on board and support more. There's some cool benefits as well. You can get some merch and stuff like that. Links in the description down below. Click on one of the videos on screen to check out other people losing their shiz as they're playing StarCraft, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.